Hello and welcome to Anime. We hold these truths to be self-evident that Nagatoro was created awesome. I'm Tectonic Improv.
And I'm Avange.
And we're not going to do that voice for the whole episode. But we are here to convene and discuss episode 7 of Nagatoro on the Nagatoro Every Week podcast.
Yes, and what a week it's been. Like
good.
Every week.
It was a good, this was a good episode. Actually, I think this was a really good episode.
This was an amazing episode.
First,
this was the most progress we've ever had. And we're not used to progress. I'm already doing it. I told you.
Bubbus.
I told you I wasn't going to do it. I'm already doing it. We didn't even break 2 minutes.
It's okay. It's okay. What we're going to discuss before we discuss the episode is last week we mentioned that we were holding a bet on on how long this culture festival arc, quote unquote, would last. I thought it would take up the whole episode, and Avange, I believe that you thought it would take up like an 11-minute chunk. Am I wrong?
I don't remember enough about what we talked about last week to dispute what you're saying. However, if I said that it would only take up one episode, then my definition of an episode is the entire 23-minute episode. Not these 11-ish minute sections of an episode. And it wasn't really an 11-minute section. This was more of like a 15-minute section. This was a pretty long one.
So here's the thing, is that, yeah, it was longer than average, but it wasn't the full episode, which it was 3 episodes in one, which is something that hasn't happened yet. It was Senpai, want to go to the festival? It's like a date, huh, Senpai? And let's go home, Senpai. So... sorry, but I think the rule here is going to be, neither of us are right. Are you gonna dispute me on this? Are you gonna try and, clutch the jaws of victory? Or the jaws
if anything, me arguing would probably prove you correct, because I think that last part isn't really a part of the arc when they're going home, because that's an omake chapter. If you went back and read the manga, you'd know that. It's not
I know
really
that.
A part of the arc. Okay.
That's why I'm not claiming victory here, because I don't think I was right. But I do think I wasn't... I think it was longer than normal, which doesn't necessarily make you right either. In any case, we said we'd come up with a penalty game or whatever for whoever lost, and one of the comments from last week's episode was the loser should have to cosplay Nagatoro and post it online. So
so we both have to do that now, is what you're saying.
Hey, I'll do it if you do it.
Okay, where am I gonna get a skirt?
Yeah,
that's the first step.
I feel like
where am I gonna get a one-piece bathing suit?
If my family found oh no, I just have that for an online thing, or it was a bet for a podcast that I lost.
Yeah, your family members follow your Twitter. I'm anonymous.
I feel like there'd be
different stakes here
that I'm not prepared to really discuss. So I don't want to do it, is basically what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but I'm all for farming our viewers for content. That's the first step to stardom for us.
All right. Well, we'll figure something out on this.
We'll figure it out. Next episode.
No, I'm not one to walk back, but I want people to weigh in on the comments. Can we get a hashtag who was right in the comment section? A little discussion?
Do I hear you trying to worm your way out of this?
Maybe.
Let's hear it in the comments.
I mean, I genuinely think that that neither of us were wrong necessarily. So I don't know.
That's true.
I think
therefore neither of us should have to have the penalty.
Yeah, I agree.
Eat shit, viewers.
Yeah, get owned. But let's talk about the episode.
Let's get right into it.
Yeah, so like we were talking about, this is the culture festival.
Well, okay. This isn't a cultural festival. This isn't. They're not.
It's
at
like a
the
fireworks
school.
factory, right?
It's a factory.
Where are we gonna get to the fireworks factory?
This is like a it's like a spring festival. Like it's not Oban, is it? Is that how you say it?
Maybe it's like a Golden Week thing, because the omake, or like the third semester of the episode is like Senpai walking home from his first day of class. So that's in like April. That wouldn't be Golden Week then. Yeah, it's probably just a spring thing.
Probably
A spring fling, if you will.
yeah. This episode was. I think it showed it a lot of growth in Senpai. It's the first time we really see it.
Sort of.
Really, only sort of. Because like he's basically starting out the episode being like, man, I really want Nagatoro to ask me to go do this.
Yeah,
I really want her to invite
myself.
her. I really want her to invite me. I really want her to invite me.
No,
And he finally even considers like the idea of inviting her, but then he just like
he immediately balks.
doesn't man up to it and just like goes to the festival by himself.
No, there's definitely like a bit of spine growing from Senpai, but like there's this one part in particular that I'll point out when is.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. And I actually didn't even think that. I second guessed. I was like, did this actually happen in the manga? I'm surprised. I don't remember this happening.
Was it one? Was that one? There's this one part where like Nagatoro's like with one of her classmates after like swimming practice or something. Was that in the manga?
Yes, that was.
It was? Okay. All right.
Yeah, she gets the text on her phone of
Gamo
and Yoshi with Senpai in the dog collar, and she gets real mad about it.
Could you imagine like actually wearing that collar around? That would be like that would be more
That'd be
embarrassing.
The most embarrassing
than like posting pictures of yourself as Nagatoro online.
Look, the people who like do like the fetish shit in public, they like actually literally cringe.
Yeah,
keep that to yourself.
I'm gonna say this right now. This is not like a kink shaming thing either. This is like that's like really it is just weird to like put by doing something like that in public. You are putting that onto other people, which I think is like not cool.
Yeah, no,
and obviously this is like such an overanalyzation of this.
No, totally, but Gamo kind of problematic.
Gamo's actually the most.
I'll be the first to say it.
She's the most based one. You see that?
That's true.
See that smile she made after in the third episode part after Senpai grew a spine. That's the smile of it's working. That's the smile of a successful wingman operation. The same thing in this episode too. These Gamo and Yoshi are really like the secret like the best secret wingmen that Nagatoro could ever have.
Have we brought that up in the past?
We have. We talked about this before.
We have, okay. Okay. Look, viewers, I don't remember a lot. I forget that these episodes even happen after we're done recording them.
I have dementia too, yes.
Yeah. And like I just got reminded of that theory because I went and mined the Reddit thread on this episode for some content. I was like, wait, because that's not something I think about all the time. That's like, yeah, Gamma just is like really trying to be a wingman to like Nagatoro and like Senpai and like try to push them more together.
She is.
You can kind of see it.
You really like it when you think about it in that way. Like everything she and I, to a lesser extent, Yoshi does is almost like immediately recontextualized. And I think it's intentional too. It'd be one thing if it was just like, it's like, no, you're overanalyzing it. I don't think we are.
It's definitely like, it's definitely intentional. It's like when they like go out of their way to like show her being like grinning, and it's like, let's go with him.
It's not even like an insidious grin. It's more like a content grin. Like, like yes, this all according to Keikaku.
Keikaku means plan.
Yeah, Keikaku means plan, viewer, in case you didn't know. We know a thing or two about Japanese. We watched this thing called anime. We lived in Japan for 10 years. You can too. Just buy a ticket to Japan and stay there for 10 years. So let's talk about Elf Z. the competitor to the throne of McDonald's, you know? How like all these anime have these have like McDonald's parodies. This is the first time I've ever seen a 7-Eleven parody.
Yeah, usually 7-Eleven, like, they just use it. I've seen
They
7-Eleven
love
a lot.
7-Elevens over there. Like convenience
It's
stores.
it's actually like a real store there. Like, it's not the American 7-Eleven that we know and hate.
Hey, I mean, I barely ever see 7-Elevens where I'm from. So, you know,
they're more of
machine,
a West Coast thing.
I don't think they
The
are.
Slurpee machine, yeah. Really?
I mean, I've seen them. They're kind of close
I've seen
by, just not
one
close
in
enough.
Chicago, but none in the Midwest outside of that.
Interesting. Well, we have the thing is that we have like stuff like Cumberland Farms and whatever, which is definitely better than a 7-Eleven. But
Yeah,
I digress.
Casey's, I don't think so.
Yeah, or even maybe a Sheetz or a Wawa's. Heaven forbid. Well,
Yeah.
what's the West Coast
Can't
one?
compete.
Is that like Safeway?
That's what I was saying. I thought that was 7-Eleven, but maybe not.
Regardless.
Sound off in the comments.
Yeah, sound off in the comments. What's your convenience store of choice? But there was this there was this part where Nagatoro is like I think it's during like the gallery game where she's like calling out Senpai or whatever for not like inviting her. It's like, if you really wanted me to come, why didn't you just invite me? And it's like, I wonder why he didn't invite you. Like, obviously he's not gonna do it. Come on. Do you think if she was nice to him, he would have invited her? Do you think?
I think so. I like he's obviously getting a lot of mixed messages from her, and we see that a lot in like his like inner monologue.
Yes, and we'll be seeing a lot more of that soon, I'm sure.
So, well, let's get right into it. Let's get right into it. I think the part of the episode we're both thinking of when they go and they try to see the fireworks.
Yes.
And Senpai he takes the lead, and he doesn't. This pisses me off so much. I hate this about anime.
Yeah.
Is like, I don't know why hand holding is such like a goddamn sacred thing.
Yeah.
But like they even go to the extent of like, I see it so often where it's like a character, it's like, oh, I really wish he would like hold my hand, is like some little inner monologue. Or like something, it's like, oh, you won't even hold my hand, haha. And it's like later in the episode, he grabs her wrist to like drag her along somewhere.
Okay, so this was the scene I was talking about where it's like, it's another one of those scenes where it's like, oh, Senpai, sorry, excuse me. Oh, Senpai, he grew a spine. He's pulling Nagatoro away. He's saving her. But it's like, this is almost exactly like that scene in the Shaved Ice episode. So it's like, it's not really like anything new. He's done this before. I don't know. It didn't hit as hard the second time.
Yeah, it's nearly the exact same bit.
And if it was just that, that'd be one thing. But there's more. There's more. That was the only low point. That was the low point of the whole episode. It's all uphill from now, literally.
Yeah, because this is probably the most we've ever seen him stand up for himself.
Yeah, this I
don't even know if we've surpassed this really in the manga too much.
Not really. This is like almost like out of character. Even like
it's really strange,
but it's not like out of character in that like he would never do this kind of way, but like it's a surprisingly brazen moment from him, even after everything he's done so far. Because like Nagatoro's like goading him as she's saying all the regular shit she usually does, and then he's just like, well, she's always doing this, but I wonder how would she react? Or like he manages to pick up on the fact that she can get embarrassed too sometimes. And
yeah, exactly. And he starts to like really like get into her on that. Like, oh, really? Like, I'm a pervert? Like, what perverted stuff did you want me to do, huh?
Yeah,
huh?
yeah, exactly. He's
huh?
like,
come on, details.
He's like, elaborate. And she's like, what? And he's like, oh, like, what would you think I would do? She's like, you like touch me and kiss me and stuff. I like how that was the best she could come up with.
Yeah,
it was really funny though, because he just like totally calls her bluff. I mean, he like folds pretty quick, but even still, like that at all.
It's just how deadpan and direct. It's just so refreshing.
It's funny.
It's how you want him to act.
Yeah.
like so often, or at least like finally like react in some situations where she'll just egg him on and egg him on and egg him on, and he'll just completely fold over and never say anything back. So I loved this.
Yeah, it's a really, really cute dynamic that I like a lot. And then they get embarrassed because they're on the Lover's Peak or whatever.
Yeah. I don't get how they get all the way up there
and not notice that.
Not notice. It's like, oh, there's all these people around.
Yeah, that's funny.
We just didn't notice them at all until the firework went off and was apparently bright enough that it finally showed these people.
And like, if
that reminded me of like, there's a scene in Malcolm in the Middle where they go set off like
the Komodo 5000.
How do we know when's the Komodo 3000? Let's hope that was it!
Yep, the Komodo 5000.
The Komodo 5000. That is like the funniest joke in the entire show, because it just turns into a daytime shot for like 5 seconds.
Yeah, that's what that reminded me of. It's like, is it really going to be that bright? Yeah.
So which one do you think is the Komodo 5000? I think that was it. I think this is the first time Malcolm in the Middle has ever come up in a Nagatoro discussion.
We're pioneers.
Who said? Yeah, I mean, that goes without saying.
True.
Oh, what else do I want to talk about? I also think it's funny that like they're on this like Lover's Peak, everyone's making out, no one's in the spot where the clearing of the trees are gone and you can perfectly see the fireworks. If this was like real life, that shit would be crowded as hell. It sucks.
Also, I've got a bone to pick with anime.
And what might that be, Avenge?
This whole like Lover's Peak like secret like fireworks viewing spot that seems to exist in like every single anime, where it's like, oh, it's the festival, they're showing fireworks. There just so happens to be this like mountainside that's very close to this festival, which seems to be in like a flat like area in the middle of like a town or a city, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
It's
yeah.
Like,
there's one in like fucking like Persona 4 too.
It's this like really extreme shift in like scenery and elevation that just seems to like happen in every. It's just such a big trope.
Yeah.
And it bothers me.
It's because you don't.
I'm calling out Nagatoro for this. It's because what?
It's because you don't have it, Avenge.
That's true.
You're jealous. It's okay.
Every day I'm not a Japanese high school student is suffering.
Well, you too can be a Japanese high school student in Tokameki Memorial, available for this.
Available not in English.
Not in English. Well, just learn Japanese. It's easy. Just live in Japan for 10 years and don't come back.
Yeah.
Easy. Get a job at Sony Computer Entertainment. Oh my god, people are gonna be so fucking confused. Whatever. We're almost at the end of the second part of the episode or whatever, where she's talking about the yukatas. So she's like, oh, maybe next time we can wear matching yukatas. That's pretty serious suggestion, I would assume. Like, yukatas are very nice. So
wearing matching like clothes is like, that also seems to be a bit more of like an anime like couples trope.
That's like
I don't see that too much in like American culture, like with like American couples.
That's like the Japanese equivalent of like one person wearing the I love stuff and then another person wearing the I'm stuff sort of deal, you know? Mm-hmm. Or there's probably a more clever way to say that, but I'm not.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah,
exactly.
The matching but not exactly matching T-shirts, the set.
Yeah, exactly. And I also thought it was really cute that like maybe we can go together next year. Hopefully he keeps his word. We're actually coming up on that, I think, in the timeline in the manga.
God willing. There's been a few wrenches thrown into the works recently, but
save it, Avenge.
Save it.
Hold your tongue.
Save it. Yep.
Hold your tongue.
Yep. We'll talk about it soon enough.
In time, in due time, viewer, in due time. So then we get to the Omake chapter, or I guess like the part 3 of this episode, where it's where like Senpai's like walking home, and all of a sudden he sees Nagatoro and her friends, and Sakura's with them. I think for the first time.
Yeah, this is supposedly because she mentions to him like, oh, this is like, oh, you're that guy from the library, which is the very first
she
episode.
Wouldn't have seen. Yeah, she hasn't seen him since. So yeah, this is the first time that they've all hung out together since the first episode. So that's cool because I like Sakura.
By the way, this was just like a regular chapter. It wasn't an omake chapter.
Oh, okay, that makes sense because this is kind of like a big deal chapter, and I remember this one very well. I liked
this one where I like physically get like really really palpable secondhand embarrassment from like watching him try to interact with like the guys in this episode.
This one is this one's pretty like for lack of a better word, this one's pretty cringe inducing. But in a good way, because I think I obviously that's intentional and it works out in the end. Like I like how he's just walking home and he sees them and he's just like, Nagatoro may hang out with me, but we're in completely separate worlds. Completely separate worlds, Avenge.
Yeah, there really is no other way to describe it. Like, come on, dude. It's like stop like act like brooding and like acting like
you're not star-crossed lovers.
It's so weird.
You can just talk to her. You can just walk up to her and talk to her, as we'll see soon enough. And these like I'm gonna call them jobbers, because that's kind of this is just
pretty
like
much.
This is literally what they are in the context of the show. They're meant to job to Senpai, which if you're jobbing to that guy, then jeez. But what I want to ask you is, are these the same guys from the second episode, the ones that wanted Nagatoro to listen to the RuneScape soundtrack?
I don't think so.
I'm gonna check.
To be fair, they're also you can check real quick. They have the same thing, which like almost every male character in the show, besides like Senpai's friends, which we may or may not see later, have, where we just don't see their eyes.
That's just like it's like almost every character besides the main ones.
It's most like the side characters, but like very specifically like all like the male like characters that seem to be in like Nagatoro's year that always like try to hit on them like never have eyes.
They don't, and it's I've said this many times. It's really distracting, and I don't like it. It works better in the manga. All right, yeah, no, these are different people. These are different punks. Yeah, these are different goons, jobbers, lamos, whatever you want to call them, fodder.
Mm-hmm. Fodder's good.
But they're just like, they're kind of just being annoying, really, because they just like show up and they're like, hey, let's go on a date. And
I've never known a person in real life that like actually acted like that, like even in like high school.
It's pretty contrived. What I thought was interesting is that like that even like Yoshi was kind of creeped out by them. And
this is like we don't see a lot of like genuine reactions from her. So seeing her being like, yeah, no, you're like she's like really uncomfortable with like how this guy's acting is kind of cool.
Yeah, and also it was in like the little like in between thing, or like the transition thing where she's like sleeping with her hair down. I thought that was really cute.
Yeah, and I forgot the little bit of characterization that's like, oh, you've been like collecting these plushies, haven't you, Yoshi? Oh yeah, I have been.
It's like, here you go.
It's like we don't know a lot about her. We don't know a lot about her or like Gammo too much.
Not really.
We know that Gammo is like into like martial arts like Nagatoro, but again, like not much else than that, and Yoshi even less. So
I think they imply that these guys are in like the same club as them. They're in like the judo club, or no, she's not in the judo club yet. Sorry,
she's not.
No, is she in like? She's just in swim club.
So yeah, Nagatoro's just in swim club. I don't know if we know what club any of the rest of them are in.
Well, she just has a she has like this like snide remark about how like they never show up to practice or something. I think that's supposed to imply that they're like in the same club as her and they just like don't go.
Maybe that also implies that she's not going if she's also not there.
Well, I think that comment just meant like in general.
Maybe.
I would assume she's pretty good at like going to her club practice. She seems pretty passionate about it. I mean, she was helping out overtime in the swim club in the last episode. So, or the culture, the fucking fireworks festival one. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this God, yeah, no, the part where he's about to do it. He's about to just go like full Sigma male and just like walk up and be like, hey ladies, these guys bothering you, but he bitches out because he steps on a stick, and they notice him too early. His fragility couldn't handle it. It had to be at the exact right moment, but it wasn't. So he bitched out and hid behind a tree and made himself look lamer. Ugh. Yeah, that was pretty cring, if you will.
Yeah. Just the whole standing behind it's the standing behind a tree thing is just, it's so much secondhand embarrassment. I can't deal with it.
Yeah, it was kind of tough
watching
to
it.
watch.
I hated looking at it. It's so hard to watch.
It's like, oh, dude, they saw you already. Just pretend that was intentional. Ugh.
Like, insert yourself into the situation. You're in like early high school. You have female friends or whatever, and like you like see them outside of school, and rather than like approach them or talk to them, you like stand behind a bush and like look at them.
For all intents and purposes, they're his friends. They hang out with him enough.
They absolutely are. I think there's like no other way to interpret it at this point.
Yeah. But
like Nagatoro hangs out with him like almost every day, and like Yoshi and Gemma are her friends, but like
they like him.
They see him, yeah. I think they definitely like him at this point. I think like it's safe to say that like, especially in the first episode in like the cafeteria when they met him, like they were trying to like size him up, you know?
Yeah.
I think at this point though they've like I don't think Nagatoro's probably never like told them like, no, I feel this way about him, but
definitely
they've absolutely caught on.
Definitely not. She would never. That's Nagatoro's character flaw, is that she can't say that. She can't say it to anyone even.
She can't even be honest with herself.
She can't even be honest. Yeah, exactly. That's.
She really can't help like picking on him at all.
It's just how she rolls.
Just like the look on her face when they were at the fireworks and they were like kind of enjoying the nice moment, and you just kind of, you see it build and like, what are you gonna do out here with me, senpai?
Yeah,
huh? You gonna do lewd things to me? Man, she can't help herself.
The facade like dropped for a bit, but then but her she can't. She has to stay guarded. She realized that the facade dropped, and she was like, oh, I can't have this. I can't have this happen. I need to tease him right now. I got you figured out, Nagatoro. You ain't so slick. But anyway, that's a pretty cringe moment, but it leads into the best moment in the episode, because he still ends up walking up to them, and they're trying to make him like go away, basically. Call him lame and stuff. And he's just like, he just like can't find the words, and then he's like, you know what, let's go Nagatoro.
He barely manages to stammer out, let's go Nagatoro. He just can't say Nagatoro. He just yells, let's go.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's fucking
go. And that's how we as the audience were like, because the smile that she makes after he says that is so precious. I need to find. Is it directly
after? Because there's a really good face as they're like walking away. I think it's like pretty. I think the panel's more iconic, but even the face in the episode was really good.
Yeah, where he's just like, let's go, and then the guys are like they think he's cring. They think he's cringe inducing, and they're trying to like kind of. I can't think of the fucking word. They're just trying to like get him to go away. Yeah, and then like Nagatoro like picks up on. She has like the cutest smile, and she's like, "Let's go home, senpai." And they all leave. They all just leave. And this time, jocks, the nerd got the girl. Okay, so pay attention. All right.
Yeah, put it on the scoreboard for us.
Yeah, exactly. He's gotta protect that smile, man. I like that.
We all do.
It was really cute because they all just kind of leave. Like Gamma and Yoshi are immediately like, "Oh yeah, let's go." But Sakura doesn't know the dynamic yet, so she's like, wait for me."
I wonder if we're gonna get like any like Sakura chapters in the future, because we really haven't.
Yeah, we haven't. I don't. Again, I don't know how long this season's gonna be. But I hope we get more Sakura, because I do like her. I like the part where they're walking home and Sakura's like, "Oh, wait a minute, you're that guy from the library that draws the lewd manga," and he's like, well, I mean, I draw manga, but it's nothing lewd or erotic like that." And they're all just like, "Yeah, it is." And Avange, they call him the Arrow Manga Sensei.
Yeah, but like that's just like the word for it.
No,
though,
dude,
is
it's an
Arrow
epic
manga.
reference to Arrow Manga Sensei, the greatest anime of all time.
You know, yeah, no, you're right.
I was
We're gonna
losing
start
my
the Arrow
shit.
Manga Sensei podcast.
I think someone already did that.
Really? Unfortunate.
Yeah, I think I think so. Couldn't. I don't remember who though. Can't think of the name right now. But
This is a sick reference that I'm missing.
No.
To a certain podcast.
so the
okay.
so the episode like ends after that though. They just kind of walk home, and you know what, Avange? I was ready to just like click off, but you know what? Did you watch the preview for the next episode?
I have not. I think I mentioned this before. I'm not a preview guy. I'm not really into spoiling myself. Should I? I have it pulled up right now.
Can we get a live? Yeah, I want a live reaction.
A live reaction?
I want a live
Okay, let's get a
reaction
live
to the
reaction
preview
for
of the
the
episode
viewers.
because, ladies and gentlemen, next week's episode, it might just be the piece de resistance. Let's just say that. All right, you got it pulled up?
Okay. Yeah, I got it pulled up. Okay, you wanna?
Yeah,
we gonna try to do this at the same time, or you what?
No. You just go. It'll be too
Okay,
complicated if I do it.
Okay. Ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Like what I'm seeing. Oh, it's that episode.
That's
It's gonna
right,
be that
Avange.
episode.
We're getting it next week. We're getting the phone call. We're getting the video call.
Coomers stay winning.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Here's
the question. Here's the real question. I know they're gonna censor it, but are they gonna censor it in the Blu-ray?
Oh, I mean, you don't see the like the important parts in the manga.
I'm not sure if it's an edit, but I've seen a.
I think I
let's
know
call
what you're
it an
talking
edit.
about, and I'm pretty sure that's an edit.
I want to believe. Okay.
Do you have?
They got to sell the Blu-rays somehow.
Can you imagine? Maybe it'll be like Final Fantasy VI. It'll be like that one boss that has that's like a naked woman, but it's like covered up with like fog. The American version has it like completely covered, but the Japanese version, you can see the cleavage and stuff. Maybe they'll have less fog there or something. Steam, I guess, is what it would be.
We'll see.
Deep cut reference.
I'm
to
looking
Final
forward
Fantasy
to
VI,
this.
by the way. Yeah. Get excited for next week. It's gonna be a good one. We had a pretty wholesome one this week. But probably the most wholesome one yet.
I think so. This might be my favorite episode so far.
I'm inclined to agree. I think.
I mean, Coomer episodes aside, this episode was good.
Yeah, we all love Coomer episodes. I think my favorite beforehand might have been episode 2, because it had that scene at the the cafe, which I really like, and obviously I have a type because the scene is very similar to that one at the cafe. It's cute. But yeah, that's I think that's everything. Unless you have something else to say.
No, that's it. That's all I got.
So I guess with that, that's the end of the podcast. Any final words of Ange?
Are you trying to do a bit? I thought we were just read it off.
All right, fine. I just wanted you to say goodbye. Say goodbye.
Oh, okay. Later, gamers.
See you all next week. And remember, we were born stupid, but we will not die horny. Nanashi forever.
Nagatoro.
Ijiro Naide.
Hey. Want to redo that?
Nope.